Burnout is the result of misalignment between the work that you're doing and your core values, your interest, your fascination, and the meaning behind your work.
Every big creator always seemed to get burnt out at some point. It seemed like this inevitable thing. Eventually, you get burnt out. I've heard this a million times. Like when I was 19, they'd be like, you're not going to be able to do this forever. Eventually, 5, 10 years from now, you'll be too old and blah, 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 and you'll get burnt out. But here we are. I'm 25 and I love it more than I did when I was 19.
A lot of people feel they're burnt out because they're doing too much. I don't think you're burnt out because most people are burnt out because you're doing too much. I think you're doing too little of the things that make you feel alive. You're doing too little of the things that really matter in your life.
I think people burn out because they're not doing their thing. I can literally do this in front of this audience for the next 48 hours straight and not sleep. You ask me to go walk a dog, I'll be sleeping within the first second. I don't want to do that. So I think the reason people burn out is because they're not doing their thing.
I don't know your daily schedule, but I imagine it's pretty immense.
You've been here today, right?
I imagine you work a lot of hours, but the reason you're not approaching burnout is you find meaning and purpose in those hours. You're being of service to millions of people, so that's why you don't experience burnout. If those two things start to splinter, if you were working 60, 70, 80 hours a week for work that you didn't enjoy, work you didn't find fascinating, work you didn't feel was making a contribution to other people's lives, work that you didn't find meaningful, you'd be on the cusp of burnout. And that's what a lot of people are experiencing.
People don't burn out, they lose their purpose. It's not because you're burned out. It's not because you're overworked. It is because you've lost your purpose for just a minute. You've lost your gratefulness.
People don't burn out because of what they do. People burn out because life makes them forget why they do. But when the purpose is intact, when the mission is intact, when it's about something greater than themselves, the opposition, the adversity, and the challenges are a part of the journey. When things happen in redirection, it's a part of the journey. It makes it even sweeter in the end when the purpose is greater and about something greater than you.
So it's not just the long hours. It's when long hours are not congruent with what it is that lights you up and fills your bucket.
And I find one of the things that drains energy from people, that makes them stressed out of their mind, is they are saying yes to way too many things.
Is it in alignment with the North Star that you're pursuing? If you're asking me to do something that is taking me away from that North Star, then it's most likely not the wisest investment of my time or energy, and I'll politely decline. If what you're asking me to do is in alignment, then it's probably a great investment of my time and energy. So being able to step back and use our core values and use that North Star to design our lives and design our schedules and decide what we're going to say yes to is incredibly helpful. We can't rely on feelings and emotions. If you're just saying yes and no to things based on your mood or how you're feeling, there's no consistency in that.